Hello, my name is Christian Gifaro, and today I'll be presenting to you guys my voice brief PowerPoint presentation. My presentation is going to be about the conflict of the Syrian war that's happening like right now. Trying to give you a brief history about what happened in the war. It all started back in the Arab Spring 2011 when President Bashir al-Assad have ordered his military and policemen to kill over at least 1,000 protesters that are either Muslim, Shia, and other cultures. Well, because of this, the role the role of the conflict was that they wanted to remove President Assad as president because apparently President Assad refused to be removed as president because he wants to remain his power because of his families, his father and grandfather before him, back in the past when the Assad government was founded. Because of the result of the death of the people that are killed and tortured in this protest, the Syrian Arab Republican decided to go against the Assad government by starting their conflict immediately. For the alliance, for the Assad government, they had like Hezbollah, Iran, and Russia. The reason why all three decided to participate with the Assad government because back in the past they were allies to each other and they helped with their serious matters and their country. And as for the resistance, the Syrian opposition is led by the Eternal Government, which they're using their armies like the Free Syrian Army, the Syrian National Army, the National for Liberation, and the Aru Assam. Along with along with them is their supporters: Turkey, the United States, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, French, and Croatia. Also, ISIS decided to participate in this war. Their main goal is to fight against both Syrian and Hezbollah in their conflict that's happening right now. For the past 8 years, I mean, yes, 8 years, there's at least conflict that's happening all over Syria and the Lebanese conflicts because both sides are losing like a lot of people and power, and death is spreading all over the countries. For the military powers, Hezbollah has sent in over at least between 7,000 and 10,000 of their troops across the border in Syria. Russia decided to provide weapons of technical and militia support, which includes airstrike for on the battleground, including training the Syrian soldiers. Last but not least, for Iran, they deploy over at least 15,000 troops with their technical support and even decide to use their financial support by estimating at least over $20 billion each year in the war that's happening right now. And as for the serious international relationship in the country, well, Syria is suffering now in the war because apparently 2 years ago in 2017, the United States launched a missile strike on Qanun Sakun at Syria because they were spraying a chemical weapon at that country that is killing and infecting citizens of the people. And finally, for the for the consequences of Syria that's going to experience like in the aftermath if the war is over. For example, like let's say like in the next 2 or 3 years, Syria, if the Syrian Assad government has been defeated by the Syrian opposition and their allies, then President Assir's fate could be either death by death by the militaries or he surrendered and officially removed as the president of Syria. But the least concern is the population of Syria itself, because due to the war, the country itself and the city is going to be damaged because citizens were killed and all the buildings were collapsed because of the war. To make Syria rebuild as it used to be and restart like a new fresh start, the Syrian opposition should have at least a democrat or a republic in as their leader to run Syria and like fix the country itself and even the citizen, including rebuilding the Arab Spring to bring the whole entire country, like Muslim East Ship and other countries, together at once it's rebuilt in the next few decades or so.